who you are.
My name is Stephen Laurie. I'm the elementary and middle school band director here at Palisades. We're so thrilled to be able to welcome Dr. Scott Watson to Palisades to work with our middle school and high school bands. Dr. Watson is from Cairn University. He's taught for many years in the Parkland School District, teaching elementary band and high school electives. And now he's currently, like I said, at Cairn University teaching music classes. We're so thrilled to have him work with our students as we celebrate the Connect Covered Bridge. This is just one avenue of our celebration of that. Composer Robert Sheldon, who's a great friend of Scott's, wrote a piece called Red Covered Bridge that the high school is going to be performing on location on Saturday. So we're super thrilled to be able to welcome Dr. Watson to work with all of our bands for this special event.
Hi, I'm Dr. Watson. I'll be conducting the middle school and high school bands here in Palisades. Excited to be here. Thank you for the invitation to come and be part of the Old Covered Bridge 150th anniversary celebration. It's an honor. All instruments up. Here we go. Great. Tuning those chords in the beginning, and you spent some time warming them up and tuning, and as in tune as you sounded when you were tuning, as soon as you play like a different harmony, it's anybody's game. So just because you made an adjustment, with your mouthpiece or your slide, doesn't mean that when you go to play the chord at the beginning of another song. So you might want to just like play that first chord and just see how it locks in.
Yes. 17.
Thank you so much for being here. And just right off the bat, thank you so much to the Palisades Community Foundation for sponsoring this event and making this so great, not just for the band students, not just for the art students, but for all of our students and all of the work that they put into this. It's truly special to have that type of support. So we want to thank you, the community, for doing that. Thank you so much. I hope some of you recognize that piece. We performed that piece at the winter concert. I was really hoping to have two pieces for the 6th grade to play in addition to everything else, and I just didn't know what to pick, and then suddenly the kids were like, let's do Azimuth from the winter. So I hope you were able to enjoy that, and it was such a joy for me to be able to see their growth just in a couple months. I mean, we just started working on this again truly just a couple weeks ago, and they were able to clean it up and refine it. And oh my gosh, it just sounds so good. So can we give a round of applause to these wonderful people? Since I won't be talking much more after this, can we also give a round of applause to our 7th and 8th graders? They do a fantastic job as well. So I want to applaud them. And for the first time tonight, I'd like to welcome our very special guest who's been working with us all day. We learned so much, and one of my favorite parts about music is it's so much more than just playing an instrument. And in 7th and 8th grade, Dr. Watson was talking to us about deference and how sometimes it takes putting ourselves aside to contribute to a larger picture. And if that doesn't speak towards band and just being a good person and sending off these young students into the world, I don't know what does. So we appreciate everything Dr. Watson did for us today, working with all the groups. And so, like I said, for the first time, will you please help me welcome Dr. Watson to the stage. All right, as 6th grade makes their way down and 7th and 8th grade comes on up, percussion through the back. I'll just open this up. I want to point out that in the lobby, if you didn't get a chance to check it out already, our wonderful and super talented art students have a beautiful gallery open for you. So please make sure you check that out either at intermission or at the end of the concert. Thank you.
Mr. Gilbert says, I'm so sorry. Okay. Again, I'll just pass that. It starts awkwardly. It starts awkwardly with me trying to position my phone between a roll of napkins here, but then like eventually it does become like pretty awkward. Thank you.
so much. That's a piece that is very new to us, a different style of piece that we're used to doing. And man, they played it so beautifully. I hope they're listening to me. When I said that, I truly got goosebumps. Just really beautiful. Please help me again in welcoming Dr. Watson back to the stage. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Littner to the podium. I'm being given the finger. I don't know what that means. And we're going to have a brief presentation followed by the video that the students put together.
Good evening. That was great. I'm blown away. I was actually supposed to be speaking after the video that three students did that won the award, historical award, but let me make a few comments anyway. You know, it's interesting. We live in a time of political disagreement where people often find it hard to be civil to each other and increasingly difficult to find common ground. Elections, Ukraine, Middle East, immigration, they tend to polarize people, not bring them together. And tonight, we have this music, and it's very unifying. And in addition to the music, the theme of this was something about covered bridges. The covered bridge is a symbol that unifies. They can encompass the hopes and dreams of people young and old. They are places you can walk through with a sense of peace, reverence for the construction, and appreciation of the special rural quality that we enjoy so much in this district. For you as students, you can share your dreams with a covered bridge. There are places to think about your future. You may walk hand in hand with someone special. or appreciate the solitude. For the parents here or grandparents, they are places of reflection. A bridge is a place to recall those hopes and dreams, remember loves, pay homage to those no longer there to share your dreams. Palisades District is blessed to have 7 of Bucks County's covered bridges, both in the district and immediately adjacent. So if it isn't next that floats your boat, so to speak, you can create your own relationships with one of the others. I was born here in the Pleasant Valley. Then Next Bridge was only 75 years old. Some of you are doing the math. I find it very difficult. It is now 150. I don't know how it happened. I attended Springfield Elementary when it was a 2-story building, and I was here in Palisades for 7 and 8 bridges. But the bridge has been a constant in my life, whether I live nearby or far away, and I'm back. And this bridge endures despite it having been threatened by arson twice, and recently by major flooding. But we as stewards can help make sure that it will be here for your generation. I'm so very proud of how the school has grown here, the teachers, its leadership, the support from the board and the foundation, not to mention the quality of you as students and your parents. Taking on this project, integrating it into multiple aspects of the school, such as art and engineering, is a great tribute to our collective sense of community. Lastly, when my mother would drive me across the bridge when I was a kid on the way home, this would be in 1955 in a Chevrolet station wagon with a 3-speed, she would say, "Close your eyes and make a wish," going across the covered bridge. It was good advice then, and it's good now. I commend it to you, unless you're the driver. Now enjoy the rest of the concert, and if you can, please come tomorrow. It'll be great at the bridge. Thank you.
While the most covered bridge in Bucks County dates back to around 1832, the most recent bridge was built in 1875.
Before bridges were covered, wooden bridges only lasted 10 to 15 years. Once the covers were added, the bridges lasted over 100 years. There are a lot of theories about why there were covers on wooden bridges.
Covered bridges exist and existed, or were built because they were far cheaper than building a stone bridge.
Today, only 12 covered bridges remain in Bucks County, which is 6% of the covered bridges in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is home to more covered bridges than any other state, according to the Bucks County Covered Bridge Society. Not only were the truss types of Burr and others first tried out in Pennsylvania, but the covered bridges spread as the local carpenter adapted it to the local problem of crossing the numerous small streams and creeks throughout Pennsylvania.
The Connects Covered Bridge, also known as Slickers Bridge, was built in 1873 using hemlock, and it crosses Durham Creek. The bridge is 110 feet long and sits on what is known as Slicker Valley, a region of land where German settlers built homes in the early 1700s. The bridge's location is said to be the path of the 1737 walking purchase.
The Bucks County Covered Bridge Society is dedicated to the protection and preservation of 12 covered bridges in a region covering 91 miles. 10 of the 12 covered bridges are the National Register of Historical Places. The Society has worked with Visit Bucks County to promote covered bridge tours using brochures offered to the public at various locations across the state. The group has also raised funds for bridge lighting, LED tours throughout Bucks County, and presented educational and historical events about the bridges.
Let's see here. Oh, we're on. Hey everybody. How you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for being here. Like you heard earlier, this has been a long work in progress, but we're so excited to be here before you tonight and to be performing these pieces for you. The students have been working on this music since last semester, which is a long haul, but they've put in so much hard work. And then today we had a super long clinic with Dr. Watson, who we're about to bring out in just a minute. And they put in so much effort, and it's amazing to see the progress they made in just 4 short hours, right? To them it felt like 4 long hours, but it's really not a lot of time. And they just put in so much effort and, you know, took so much time to put this product before you tonight. So I'm really excited to have you guys here and to be able to share this with you, not only just today, but also tomorrow at Connect's Covered Bridge at 4:15 p.m. So we hope to see you there as well. It's going to be another really fun time, and that one's outside. So hopefully the weather holds out for us. It's going to be a really great event for us. So the first piece you heard was Fanfare for a New Age by Michael Story, just a nice, lighthearted, and exciting concert opener. And then the next piece you're going to hear is called Encanto. This piece is composed by Robert W. Smith, who recently passed away this year, so I programmed it as a way to kind of commemorate his life and all the things that he contributed to what we do to concert band, and I think this is a really exemplary work of his. So we hope you enjoy Encanto, and I'm really happy to welcome back out Dr. Scott Watson.
Greetings from Cairn University. It's my pleasure to be here with your music department, with your community, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Connect Bridge, but also just to celebrate music in the Palisades School District. And I just wanted to say a few brief words before we play the Red Covered Bridge. First of all, greetings from Robert Sheldon. As Stephen mentioned, Bob is a good friend of mine. We've known each other for about 20 years. He was supposed to be here directing this piece that he wrote, and unfortunately had some back surgery. He's doing great, so we wish him well. But he said, would you mind standing in for me at this concert? And I said, I would be delighted. And it has been a delight just getting to know your children and, well, young adults, and the staff, the enthusiastic and very capable staff that's here. So what I wanted to tell you about the Red Covered Bridge is what Bob told me about why he wrote this piece. It was commissioned to celebrate exactly what's happening here in this community. The Red Covered Bridge in Illinois, for which the piece was actually written, was exactly like the Red Covered Bridge here. It was the center of pride for the community. It was a historical thing, but it was also a nostalgic, sentimental thing that generations of families were aware of. It was a place of gathering for the community, and it brought the community together. So in a sense, the piece originally was composed for exactly what it's being used for tonight and tomorrow. I think Bob did a great job of musically sort of taking us back in time 150 years. You'll almost hear at the beginning of the piece somewhat of a, kind of like a spell that just takes us back in time, and it helps us think about a time gone by, maybe a simpler time of buckboards and horse-drawn carriages and so forth, and we enjoy the time, and then we come back to the present and just think about the bridge and what it means to us. So here is Robert Sheldon's The Red Covered Bridge.
I'm Robert Sheldon, and I want to welcome you to tonight's concert. I'm so sorry that I'm not able to be with you tonight, but I wanted to send my best regards to the Palisades High School Band and the Palisades Community Foundation for organizing this event. I was contacted a couple of years ago by Jeff Lindner about a piece I wrote entitled The Red Covered Bridge. And he told me that you had a red covered bridge in your community, and that's how this whole project started. Although the piece was commissioned by a community band in Illinois, it seems to have become quite popular with a number of bands, many of which have covered bridges in their communities. And it's really a very special thing to know that this piece has resonated with so many ensembles. When writing the piece, I visited the bridge near Princeton, Illinois, and was struck by its serene setting. I could almost visualize generations of families picnicking near or walking over the bridge, children playing along the banks of the creek, and others standing on the bridge looking into the water, just reflecting on life. The piece begins before dawn in the misty silence. As the day begins, a passerby tosses a small pebble into the calm stream, and you'll hear the circle of ripples in the music that sets up the opening theme in the clarinet. More instruments gradually join in until a glorious sunrise is heard, and it's then that these memories begin to unfold, filling us with a multitude of emotions as we remember times past. The piece ends as it began, quietly, perhaps at dusk, allowing us a moment of reflection. Consequently, this composition about a bridge is really so much more. It provides all of us with a way to remember those we have loved and lost, and to be thankful for those sweet memories that we cherish. My sincere thanks to my good friend Dr. Scott Watson for stepping in to allow this event to take place in my absence. Thank you, Scott. And I hope all of you enjoy the music. Thank you.
don't mind, just a few more words, and then we're going to close our concert with a march, the way I like to end the concert. I want to thank Becca Yost and Stephen Lowry and Jeff Lintner and so many other players. There's many moving pieces in this event, and the school board's involved, the community foundation is involved, and everybody has just been the perfect host. You have an awesome music staff here. You have a great school board that supports the arts and history and all that stuff. I'm just very, very impressed with the district, and it's been a pleasure to be here. I'm especially impressed with your sons and daughters, though. They've been hard workers all the way from 6th grade on up to high school. And if you don't mind, let's give them a round of applause for their hard work this evening. Just so you know, guest conducting is kind of like the musical equivalent of being a grandparent. You know, Becca Yost and Jeff Lowry do all the hard work every day with your sons and daughters, and I get to just come and play with the kids. And I love being the musical grandparent as a guest conductor. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope they'll stick with band, whether they're in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, all the way up to high school. I think it gets better at every single level. There's always some new and exciting thing they get to do. And if they just give it a try, I know they'll be very happy they did. So we hope to see all of these younger students still playing up in high school. Anyway, thanks so much for being here, and we're going to end with Henry Fillmore's march, Headway.
We are so grateful to have spent today learning from Dr. Watson and everything that he had to share with us, to teach us. I hope the students know how lucky they are, how special something like this is. So on behalf of the community, we just wanted to say thank you to Dr. Watson for coming out and for everything that he did for us. We have for him a baton that I believe was specially engraved, and on the cover of the case is the Connect Covered Bridge. So we'd like to present this to him for everything that he did.
Before we let you guys go, I just have a couple quick thank yous. First of all, we could not have done any of this without PCF. PCF does amazing things in our community, so please show them your support. There's lots of different ways to get involved. Donna Holmes is a great resource. You can talk to her. She was really the big factor in getting all this together. So we couldn't have done any of this without her and all of PCF. Also have to say a huge thank you to Mr. Neil Hong in the back for running tech for us tonight. He kind of did this last minute. He's awesome. Thank you. And then thank you to our administration. They are so incredibly supportive of these types of things. They're here. Mr. Heffman did the opening speech for us, and they support us in every way that they can. So we're so grateful for that opportunity. For this one, this is 3 people, but I'm going to throw it all into one. Parents, thank you so much for being here. We can't do this without you. Community members, same thing. We can't do this without your support. Thank you to Dr. Watson again, and thank you to the students. We couldn't do any of this without you guys. You guys are amazing, and we're so grateful to have you. Thank you, everyone.